are appropriate, Wendy Sloan is going to talk to us about Coffee and Conversation Collective this morning.
Welcome, Wendy.
Well, good morning, everyone. You probably noticed that I put a piece of paper in front of you because I really want your opinion. My business is in the data collection stage, which means I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet, but I'm going to take you along in the process. A lot of times we say to people, you want to meet for coffee. And why do we say that? We say it because we don't want to take the person to our house. Either maybe it's a mess, or we have other family members there that we don't necessarily want to introduce our business associates to, or it would take us too much time to clean up the house so it's presentable for our guests. We don't want them to have a bad opinion. So where do you take somebody for coffee, or tea, or a drink, or water, or a refresher? So that's my question that I'm asking you, because I need your help to gain this data. My past work experience, I've been a creative person and a serving person all my life. I've been an entrepreneur all my life, ever since my little lemonade stand and cookie stand. My first brick and mortar business was when I was 22. I opened a business in Margate, Florida called the Calico Kettle. And I had kitchen gadgets and painting supplies and fabric. What really took off is the painting classes. And even on Saturday mornings, I had classes for kids. And then I had a big chunk of my life spent in the grocery store business. And I worked for Winn-Dixie, but then I worked for Publix for 10 years, working my way up to the customer service manager, which means I was a stock person first. This is back when they had second assistants, and then they went through a transition where they divided the second assistants into the back of the house, the grocery manager, versus the front of the house. So at one time, I had 200 people that I had to write performance reviews for. And then I transitioned into the coaching and then healing phase of my life. I'm a licensed massage therapist still, did my CEOs this few months ago. I'm also a real estate broker, did those CEUs. I use that for friends and family. I work by referral. And then I'm also an author. I wrote the book, you can get it on Amazon, The Love Energy Thread. So as a hypnotist and a massage therapist, I know that when business people come to me and they relax, they come up with ideas for their business. Now, where do you get your ideas? Usually you're on the toilet, you're in the shower, or you're driving your car. And why is that? It's because when our brain waves slow down, other influences were not in our conscious mind. Like when I'm talking and you're listening, you're paying attention, you're in the beta brainwave state. But let's say you're with your significant other, or spouse, or a friend, and you hear the same story for the third time, or fourth time, or fifth time. Your brain waves slow down and your mind goes elsewhere, because even though you're there physically, as they're talking to other people, your mind goes somewhere else. Well, I can help teach and help entrepreneurs to gather that hypnagogic, hypnoponic state of when we first wake up and when we first go to sleep for business reasons. I've had people that have come to me that are inventors, and they've used that state of mind to create. And that's what I want to have, an environment that combines meeting for coffee, little noshes, coffee, snacks, but then also the healing environment. So my vision is to have a coffee house with a stage for events, to do podcasts, some retail, a meditation room, and maybe even a journaling room. And then on the other side, where it's more quiet, have the healing services. So that's my vision. So I need data for analysis. I've been using the services with LEAD and SBDC and the UFC incubator. And I know that my target market first is entrepreneurs, then artists and healers, and then young professionals, community groups, and even tourists. It could even be considered, ChatGPT said it's a destination place for tourists. I don't know, I didn't really think about that, but we can go with that. I guess if there's enough franchise coffee and conversation businesses around, it will be a destination place, kind of like Buc-ee's, not quite. But I want a business that is franchisable, something that can be in each community. Around maybe each 1 million cups, I don't know. That's why I'm gathering the data. So my competition, you could say, is Starbucks. And if I add food to it, then maybe like a Chipotle, and then a hand and stone massage. If you were going to combine these type of businesses, actually there's a business in Mount Dora, a landlord, that actually has a coffee house and bakery and a tea place. And in the back there's an art studio, and upstairs there's a massage therapist and healing room. So it's out there, it just hasn't been combined the way that I envision. And I know you're probably saying, what, another coffee place? Didn't this one pop up? That one popped up. Scooters, Iliano's, California Coffee. But what I'm trying to do is create an environment for entrepreneurs to succeed in a subtle way. I'm not saying that some of my clients might not be college students, but I really want it for you and for the healers, helping the healers better manage their business, helping the artists better manage their business, because artists can create, but what's hard for artists sometimes is putting it all together so that their product is marketable. So my 3 asks today is, how important is the coffee and service? Would you want to go to a place that just had places to meet and you make your own coffee, bring your own coffee, or there's coffee to purchase? Or like a Circle K where you just go up, you have 4 or 5 flavors and you just pour your own? Or do you like the experience of being waited on with a barista? And then the other topic is, do you currently get a massage? And if you don't, what do you do for stress relief? And then lastly, how do you feel about automated ordering systems? Do you like them? Do you like when you go into a fast food place where you punch it in? Or who has the best system? I was in a First Watch and they gave me the receipt that I can scan the code and pay by their scanning system. Or do you like being served? And entry system, should my idea be more, since it's more for entrepreneurs, should it be like a swipe card, kind of like a fitness place, 24 hours? And you can have access whenever you want for a membership fee. Those are my questions, and I look forward to your comments and your extra comments on the questionnaire that I filled out.
Wendy Sloan, everyone. Wendy Sloan. So Wendy, you want to compete with Starbucks?
I wanted a different type of Starbucks. What I liked about Starbucks, when it first came out, it was a place to meet people and have conversation, and they had decent Wi-Fi. Personally, with some of their political views and how they run their business, I haven't really been back, but I still like their caramel macchiato. Cappuccino.
Yeah, they do have great chai and also have great Wi-Fi. Okay, this is up to you all now. We are looking for...
Well, here's Wendy's three asks, and so she's got kind of a lot of options for a lot of different people, which is good for Lake County because we are a diverse community. So what kind of places do you see, or what kind of efforts do you see her visiting to gather the data for what makes the Coffee Collective and Conversation the best it can be?
Right, so find doors for myself, and we will bring the mic to you.
Excellent idea, because I find that meeting at Starbucks or Dunkin's is actually out and they have music, and sometimes if it's not busy, they will turn it down a little for you, but sometimes it's so hard to do a presentation there, so I think that's excellent. I probably would prefer to be able to make my own coffee, maybe keep it more affordable, because you do a lot of business when you say when I first get started. I don't currently get a massage, but I think that once I start using a place like that, I would do it more, and I would probably do almost all my appointments there.
Yay, one customer.
I feel the
Thank you.
our option is super interesting. It's similar to a cafe and lunch place at home, which they also had artwork from, I don't know, local artists, students, whatever, that had pricing. A back room with a door that you could close off for a meeting place to keep the sound down. But yeah, I think a place to collaborate. I really do like my own coffee.
What's your favorite brand?
Live here is, mushroom coffee, whatever. It's one of my great perfect. It's amazing.
Okay.
But, I do want to support other coffee places, so if they have a healthy option for like a breakfast that I can have, like, a chia pudding or, just like a breakfast sandwich or something, I would, I'd want to spend money, on something like that.
Definitely healthy food.
The other thing you can do is add And cats.
My snowflake would love, I could have all around, but then everybody would be jealous of my cat. Cat contest.
Who else has a vision for the coffee and conversation? Nathan, good.
So for the membership question, look at Panera specifically. If you look at the abilities Panera, that is the most utilized for the SIP club in the entire nation. It's also their only successful SIP club in the entire nation. If you listen to some of their earnings.
Can you elaborate, what is a SIP club?
It's a membership option. You can pay like $10 a month and you get coffee every single morning. The main purpose for that is based on the people that are actually going along with the location. Everybody drives their golf cart and wants to have a coffee in the morning and it becomes the gathering location. For the rest of the Panera as a whole throughout the entire nation, they have failed in that SIP club because people don't go there in the morning and they just want to sit at down. You have a bunch of retirees in the villages. We don't have that in all of Panera, so location is a huge portion of that conversation.
In Montrose, Virginia, there's a brewery that I bought a mug that has my name on it for membership. I was even thinking about we could do something like that with a coffee cup, cup with the person's name on it for a membership fee.
I love the idea, and I want to say that for people who don't drink coffee and like to drink coffee a lot, maybe packages of ready-made tea, latte, anything
Yes.
variety instead of having physically making the coffee. So you just have brew water and different packages of different things that people can use and do it on their own.
Yes.
Secondly, I think music is a great thing. If you have soothing, relaxing music, not just put people to sleep, but
There's a balance.
Have a place that they don't have to compete with the speakers.
Yes.
And have some real conversation. And you might have not a full massage laying down, but maybe just a foot massage, or something that people just have, they can talk, but you can just do that, a semi-massage type things. And there's so much potential that you can do differently. The only thing with that is if you want to add cats, you're going to rule out all the cat allergic people.
Yeah.
I was just throwing that out there.
At this stage, no suggestion is bad.
No, but it's great.
It's an idea.
Maybe you go with alpacas or something that have hair in their, The world is your oyster. Lenko, what do you want to see there?
Good morning. For us entrepreneurs working from home, I see what you're creating here as, I'm sure you all know the show Friends, the coffee shop, where everybody knows my name. It has that feeling for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Working from home is, there's a feeling of isolation, and that's why I personally see places like this where I can collaborate. I love coffee. It doesn't matter, there are certain coffees that I will not drink because they have a bitter taste or whatever, but I love
What's your favorite coffee?
Starbucks. But I make it at home. I don't go to Starbucks because it's too expensive, so I'll go with our frugal side. However, if it's a place where everybody knows my name, where I can feel like I can collaborate. Massages, haven't thought about it. Interesting concept. I would want to learn more how I can incorporate it in my own personal well-being. But I love what you're doing, and if you really spin it from that emotional, like this is a collaboration place, find that one group of people, home-style businesses, come and collaborate. I think this could be really amazing.
Thank you.
Hey, good morning, Wendy. I'm Jared Taylor. I'm the founder of Sugarloaf Partners, a nonprofit consulting firm. One of the things that you asked there, or at least in the title, is coffee and conversations. And so some of the suggestions that I would make is, I'm a special needs person myself. I have 2 special needs kids. It's very difficult for us to go out to restaurants, anywhere in the community, and I encourage you to have some sort of opportunity for that community, which is very large. There are people in here, and I won't call them out, but they have kids, they have relatives and family members that are on special needs, that sort of area. There's an organization by the name of Biddy and Bose, which is a coffee shop, which is actually a human rights movement disguised as a coffee shop. That's their tagline. And they have 450 individuals with special needs and intellectual disabilities that are their workers. you have a lot of stuff in here in terms of food, massage, and I kind of compare it to McDonald's. Find your lane, do it well. Maybe that's coffee, maybe that's massages, but that's my input. Thank you.
Thank you. We've got time for one more. Let's see, there you go.
It's a really beautiful idea. Believe in yourself. It's beautiful idea. Believe in coffee too. Coffee is delicious. I think entrepreneurs, we need a space and to connect. And I'm going to support what she said. She said like Starbucks and those places are getting too loud. That when you're in a meeting, you can't barely hear the person you're talking with. In the sense of trying to be peaceful and all that is beautiful. Just how he said, find your niche. Because too many things you don't know, like what you're going for a coffee or for a massage. I think it's a little confusing. If you find your niche, I think for entrepreneurs, it's going to succeed. Believe in yourself, though.
Indeed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Now we have a question for you, and that is, what can we do as a community to help you?
Fill out the questionnaire so that I know what environment you think is the best for entrepreneurs, artists and healers, and what is your favorite coffee brand. That would be very helpful to collect the data. And also the question about, do you want to make your own or have a barista? Because that's the cost. If there's not a barista, coffee could be more like $3 instead of $5. What's more important to you?
Right.
So that was a great, I think including the survey is a great way for her to get kind of that data related question that she asked about. And I think what we ended up here with was a whole lot of what you guys as entrepreneurs would come to see at the location. So I think it was a great feedback. Thank you all, and thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.
So
See you in